I look at the last email that arrived in. Whoops, it's been replaced already by another one. The last one at the moment that I opened my mouth was Jacinda, the master of saying nothing. I want to give you a different perspective. I want to give you a perspective that is more positive of Jacinda Ardern. Stop throwing things at the radio. Most of you, I know your feelings. I know the feelings of a good portion of the audience, but not everybody thinks the same. And that's something we should always keep in mind. Not everybody thinks the same, and people are entitled to their... no, they're not. Some people are entitled to some opinions at some times. Let's settle on that. On Friday, with the Prime Minister, with Bill English, there was a range of comments after the program. Somebody ripped into me for I don't know. I never understood what they were on about, to be honest. If that person's listening, you'll know who you are. I would invite you to explain what you meant, because it wasn't obvious to me. You think that you write something that's obvious, and it's not. It's all inside your head. Anyway, Friday there was a variety of opinion. I would expect there would be a variety of opinions today with regard to Jacinda Ardern. So, the master of saying nothing is what the email says. Can I give you an observation? She is very verbal. She is very vocal. She doesn't run out of words. She keeps talking, and she talks fast. Sidebar. I've never trusted people who talk too fast. They do it mostly because they want to confuse you. If you don't pause occasionally, then you're talking nonsense. Half the time you don't know what you're saying. Now that doesn't necessarily apply to her, and I didn't mean it that way. It's just the way I feel about people that talk like machine guns, including some right-wing radio hosts from the United States. Just so you know that I'm being fair and balanced. The fact is that she is talking the second that the question's finished, if not before. And she's rattling off an answer, and it's come straight off the top of her head, and there's one of two explanations for it. One is the idea that you just talk and you confuse people, and if you talk fast enough and quickly enough and etc., and no one can keep up, and they think they're the dumb ones and you're the bright one, and they don't know what you're saying, but you're saying something and it must be important because you sound like you know what you're saying. The other is that she's actually pretty sharp, and I go for the latter. She is sharp. Now, whether you agree with her political philosophy is where the difference lies. But she is verbally sharp. And she's sharp she's sharp mentally. She knows what she wants. She knows where she's going. She fessed this morning and said she's a progressive. The word progressive is a dirty word, to be blunt. In my philosophy, progressives are leftists. Progressives are socialists. The piece that Larry referred to this morning, I've watched a couple of times. I showed it to some other people over the weekend, and they were aghast. This was at the Youth Socialist Conference, where she was the president in 2009, and she used the word comrade 15 times in 8 minutes. 15 times. Twice a minute, once every 30 seconds. Comrades this, comrades that. Comrades means something. She said this morning it doesn't mean anything. It's just, I'm sorry, it does. Comrades means something. It is actually a Marxist term. And you don't pick that sort of thing up because you're not a Marxist. So I'm just making observations.